Previously on the story of Elijah. Jars with water and pour it on the offering and on the wood. Water in a drought? But they obeyed. The water soaked through the sacrifice and dripped into the trench. Do it again, Elijah said. They did. Do it a third time. By the end, the altar was drenched. The trench overflowed with water. There was no earthly possibility of hidden fire, no trick, no deceit. Only a miracle could ignite that altar. Elijah walked slowly to the front, lifted his eyes toward heaven, and prayed. Not with shouts, not with theatrics, but with quiet authority. Lord God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, let it be known this day that you are God in Israel, and that I am your servant. Then it happened, and that a roar echoed across the sky, deep, powerful, terrifying. A streak of blazing light tore through the heavens. Like a sword of pure fire, it struck the altar. Whoosh! A column of fire exploded upward, brighter than the sun, hotter than molten metal. The ground shook. The people screamed and fell on their faces. The flames consumed everything. The sacrifice, the wood, the stones, the water in the trench, even the dust. The crowd fell prostrate. The Lord, He is God. The Lord, He is God. Seize the prophets of Baal. Let not one of them escape. A cloud, Israelites, a small cloud rising out of the sea, like a man's hand. Elijah stood immediately. Go tell Ahab, prepare your chariot and go down before the rain stops you. The wind began to howl. Clouds gathered like armies marching from the west. Thunder poured down in torrents, the first drops Israel had seen in years. As Ahab raced toward Jezreel, the power of the Lord came upon Elijah. He pulled his mantle around him, ran down the mountain, and outran Ahab's chariot. Through the storm, God had vindicated his prophet. God had reclaimed his nation, and the drought was over. Now on the episode 3 of the story of Elijah, the whisper in the wilderness.
The fire had fallen. The rain had returned. Mount Carmel had witnessed the power of the living God. Yet, after the greatest victory of his life, Elijah found himself running. Not from armies, not from idols, but from a threat. Jezebel, the queen of Israel, sent a message that pierced deeper than any sword. By this time tomorrow, may your life be taken. And suddenly, the fearless prophet was afraid. Elijah fled into the wilderness. The man who called down fire from heaven now ran beneath an empty sky. His strength faded. His courage trembled. And beneath a lonely broom tree, Elijah collapsed. There, with dust on his face and tears in his eyes, he prayed a painful prayer. Lord, it is enough, take my life. This was not weakness. This was exhaustion. And God did not rebuke him. Instead, heaven responded with kindness. An angel touched Elijah and said, "Get up and eat." Beside him were bread and water, simple provision for a weary soul. Elijah ate and slept again. A second time the angel came. "Get up and eat, for the journey is too much for you." Strength returned, not from fire, not from thunder, but from care. Elijah rose and walked 40 days and 40 nights to Mount Horeb, the mountain of God. There he found a cave, and inside that cave the Lord spoke. "Elijah, what are you doing here?" Elijah poured out his heart. He spoke of broken altars, slain prophets, and a nation turned away. He spoke of loneliness, of fear, of feeling forgotten. Then God said, "Go out and stand on the mountain." A mighty wind tore through the rocks. But God was not in the wind. The earth shook violently. But God was not in the earthquake. Fire swept across the mountain. But God was not in the fire. And then came a whisper, a gentle, still voice. Elijah covered his face, because God was there. Not in the noise, not in the chaos, but in the quiet. And in that whisper, God restored him. The Lord revealed that Elijah was not alone, that 7,000 faithful still remained. Then God gave him a new assignment, to anoint kings and to prepare a successor. Elijah left the mountain renewed. Soon he came upon a young man plowing a field, Elisha. Without a word, Elijah placed his mantle upon him. Destiny shifted. Elisha left everything behind and followed. The prophet who once ran alone now walked with a companion. The fire still burned, but now it was carried forward. Elijah's journey was not ending. It was transitioning, because the God who speaks in whispers is the same God who finishes his work. And the greatest moment of Elijah's story was still ahead. Watch out for the last episode on the story of Elijah, the chariot of heaven. Before you go, please like this video. You can as well share it to others, and don't forget to subscribe as well. Thank you and God bless you.